Throughout the years, many different cultures and ethnicities have called Roslyn home. And thanks to Mr. Higglebottom's Enchanted Gifts, you can now add gnomes to that list.
Higglebottom's Enchanted Gifts were a new shop that just opened here on Memorial Day weekend in the old NWI building. And our store is unique because it's owned by a gnome named Mr. Higglebottom. So Mr. Higglebottom was walking in the woods one day and he stumbled upon a mortal girl who was crying over a broken toy. And he actually felt very bad for the little girl, and he came back later and he fixed the toy, but that was against Gnome Toy Making Guild rules. So once he fixed the mortal toy, he was kicked out of the guild and therefore forced into retail. When Mr. Higglebottom hired us, he kept talking about his grand entrance, and when we showed up for work, we found out that it was only 4 foot tall. So Matt and I had to put in another entrance because we figured we might not get much business if only children, gnomes, and fairies were allowed to come into our retail space. Mr. Higglebottom comes in the morning. There's a little light switch next to the door because he can't quite reach the light switches that we use for the overhead light. So he has his own little light when he comes in the morning. Mr. Higglebottom is very particular, and we consider all of our goods gnomish quality. So we try to think out of the box and have things that you don't find at every retail establishment. We have lots of toys and gifts for all ages. We tried to think like gnomes would think. So we have birdhouses, lanterns, lots of garden equipment right now. For kids, we kind of concentrated on what we call get off the couch gifts or get off the couch toys. So everything's artistic, make you think. We've got a lot of science toys, a lot of crafts, that type of thing. I was a big sock monkey fan when I was a kid, and I stumbled upon a sock farm. So those have been a big hit. We have sock moose and sock gorillas and sock giraffes and sock turtles. We also have a really great American-made toy line from Pennsylvania called Channelcraft, and they're retro toys like actual metal jacks, glass marbles, the things that our grandparents and parents played with when they were kids. So those have been a big hit with our older customers. We've had a lot of people really excited about the science toys that we have. Like we have a potato clock that you can take potatoes and plug it in and learn a little bit about how electron transport works and production of electricity. We also have a really cool natural children's art product line. All of the ingredients are vegetable or fruit dyed and soy wax based, so they're completely not only non-toxic but environmentally friendly and safe for children of all ages. The first arts walk we did Where's Higglebottom? So we wanted to find out a little bit more about where Mr. Higglebottom's been. So all of the children in town came in and drew a background. So Mr. Higglebottom's been to the Great Wall of China, he's been to outer space, he's been to the Space Needle. So just kind of a fun thing for kids to get involved with in the story of Mr. Higglebottom. We're trying to create an enchanted world, and from the minute the kids walk in the little door, it's very fun and different, and the hope is that they will find something, or their children will find something that is something different than they've ever done before.
And it's hard to avoid doing something you've never done before when you find yourself in a store run by a gnome named Mr. Higglebottom.